So I was going to show you this last night, but this is not the bicycle that I've been riding for the last year and a half. I had a red bicycle with red pannier bags. It was a CoMotion Cycles Siskiyou touring bicycle, and it had a pinion gearbox and a Gates carbon drive system, kind of like a belt instead of a metal chain. Now this is my older CoMotion Cycles Pangea touring bicycle. I got this bicycle in 2012, and I've ridden this bike across about 50 different countries all around the world. But when I got my new CoMotion Siskiyou touring bicycle last year, I kind of abandoned this bicycle. And for this particular trip, I decided to use my old CoMotion Pangea, and I left my new CoMotion Cycles Siskiyou touring bicycle in Europe because I'm going back in a few months to Europe, and I just figured it would be easier to leave it there than fly it all the way here and then fly it all the way back, and certainly a whole lot cheaper. So I have my CoMotion Pangea touring bicycle with me on this particular trip, and this is a 26-inch touring bicycle with 26-inch wheels and tires. It's got a metal chain, front and rear derailleur like you see on most bicycles. It's got 3 water bottle cages. It has S&S couplers, which allows me to split the bicycle in half if I want to, and that way I can travel with it a little bit easier on my travels all around the world. I've got it equipped with front and rear tubeless bike racks. These are really high quality bike racks, so on the back of the bike I can carry 2 panniers, and on the front of the bike I can carry 2 panniers as well. I also have a kickstand on the back of the bike, as well as a kickstand on the front of the bicycle as well, which helps to secure that front wheel, which is especially important when you're carrying a bunch of gear and panniers and stuff on your bicycle. This is my first time ever using a front kickstand on any of my long distance bicycle touring adventures. I've traveled with people who had that front kickstand before, and it looked nice. So I'm trying it out on this particular trip, and so far I'm really liking it. So that's a quick overview of the bike I am using on this particular trip. I spent last night camped out here in the woods. It was a pretty good night. I didn't sleep super great. I guess I'm just still getting used to sleeping outside. You know, every time you start one of these trips over again, you have to start from scratch practically. Even though I've spent years of my life sleeping in the forest, I didn't sleep super great, and I still have to get used to it. So tonight, I should probably sleep a little bit better than I did last night, and the following night I'll sleep better than that as well. So now I just need to pack up and get ready to hit the road. Not a super long day today, but should be a good one. The weather's really nice. It's warm, a little bit overcast, but sunny as well. Like the sun's peeking out up here, so should be a good day. Here we go. Alright, so I'm up above 9,000 feet now, about 9,500 feet, and it should be a slightly all downhill ride to the next town. I believe the town is called Nederland or something like that. So I'm glad I'm at the top for the time being. There's lots of yellow aspens. You can see them here off to my left. Just a second, there they are. Lots of them out here. And I think in just a few days, like, this whole forest is gonna bloom with yellow. And there's gonna be people up here coming just to see these yellow aspens and take pictures. But right now the roads are pretty empty and it's pretty quiet and I'm enjoying it. All right, here's the downhill. Here we go. Woo! So I just made a quick stop there in Nederland. Got some food, some Gatorade. Everything was overpriced, way overpriced. Now I'm going uphill 2 miles to Rawlingsville. Can you tell how out of breath I am right now? Lots and lots of climbing these last 2 days. This is not for beginners, for sure.
So it's a little after 3 o'clock right now, and I'm on the road that I had planned on camping on tonight. So I'm basically looking for a place to camp right now. The one thing I don't want to do tonight is ride into the dark like I did last night. That wasn't fun. I didn't get a proper dinner or anything. So I'm hoping to set up camp in the next 2 hours or so. Settle in early, get camp set up, cook some food. I really haven't had a real meal on this trip since I left Estes Park at the beginning of the tour. So I want to stop early tonight, rest, eat a lot, and drink a lot, and get some good sleep. I gotta get you. Seems pretty calm.
Yeah. Only headed for a year.
So tell me who you are.
Terry Holden.
Yeah.
I live here in Rollinsville. Let me put my dog in the car.
Okay.
Abby. So Terry Holden. I live in Rollinsville, and I saw that you had posted, which I now found out it was your mom had posted. You were in the neighborhood, so I tracked you down. I wanted to come out and find you and say hey, that I watch your videos, and that I did a bike tour this summer, and just get a chance to chat.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a ride in when you get back.
Yeah. Tell me really quickly about the bike tour that you did this summer.
The bike tour I did was with Adventure Cycling. It was called the Selkirk Splendor. It was a very splendid ride.
How did you discover Bicycle Touring Pro?
I think I was looking up doing Colorado Trail at 59, and it came up in my YouTube feed, and I just started looking at it. I really liked some of the places you're going. I watched all your Ecuador and Colombia.
Yeah.
I have friends from Ecuador and all, so I needed to check that out because I thought that would be fun. And then just saw your Norway stuff. I mean, I think I've been watching you for the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you came and tracked me down. That was awesome.
Yeah, I just couldn't let the opportunity. Last year you were in the area, but not close enough, and this was 4 miles from my house.
Right down the road, yeah.
It's like I can take a break from work and go find Darren and freak him out on the road.
Yeah, you did freak me out a little bit at first, but anyways, no, it turned out well. So.
Excellent.
All right.
Good.
All right, it was great running into you.
With you, and hopefully we'll get a chance to ride again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
See ya.
All right,
Take care.
bye. So that was cool. That was Terry. He lives just 4 miles down the road back there, but he saw that he saw one of my Facebook posts saying that I was in the area, so he tracked me down, came up behind me, kind of scared me a little bit, but uh-oh, I'm going up a hill now. Anyways, we talked for over an hour, and now the sun's going down, and I still don't have a place to camp, so I gotta find a place pretty quickly here. I just made it across before that train went. Woo! The conductor beeped at me to say, go, hurry! So I cycled across. Oh my gosh, this hill is killing me. Check this out. This is the first free campsite that I have found on this trip. This is the campsite. Like, there's the road, and there's just a little pull out on the side of the road. And it says, permitted unless otherwise posted, limited to 14 days, must move 3 miles from previous campsite. So I could camp here for 14 days for free if I wanted to, in this little pull out. It's definitely not the nicest campground in the whole world. I'm wondering if there are others up the road. Should I continue up the road like I did yesterday in hopes of finding another campground? Or should I camp in this tiny little pullout off the side of the road? this campground is like right by the main road. So I'm kind of thinking of going just a little further. Maybe I'll go 1 mile. If there isn't a campground, I'll come back and camp here because this looks fine. Not great, but fine. So I'm gonna go just a little further and see what I can find. Check this place out. Oh, this is what I've been dreaming about right here. This is a campsite. Yeah. This is the campsite that I've been dreaming about. Why are there not more places like this in the world? Come on. Yeah, just right off the road here, right off the trail that I'm cycling over Rawlins Pass. There are several of these little campsites. This one has 2 fire pits here. There is a fire ban in effect right now, so it can't have a fire, but it's cool to know that people have actually camped here before. So I'm gonna set up my tent like kind of right there in the sun. The sun is still up. I wanna charge my solar panel. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get out my battery and the solar panel and point that thing into the sun. I just wanna charge it for like another hour while the sun's up. So first thing I do before I even set up my tent or anything is set up my solar panel, and I have this big power bank that I'm using to charge all of my electronics, my smartphone, point and shoot camera, drone, all that kind of stuff. So this is the solar panel that I'm using to then charge my power bank. The power bank is in a zipper behind the solar panel. I've just hung the solar panel on the tree pointed towards the sun, which is over here. And I'll just leave this here while I'm setting up my tent and doing the rest of my stuff in camp. Hopefully it'll charge my power bank just a little bit before it gets dark. So I've moved just a short distance away from camp, but this is the food that I have for tonight. I'm gonna try to eat as much of this as possible. I've got yogurt, 2 cans of soup, some baby carrots, cheese and crackers, and that's about it. So that's gonna be my random meal for tonight. Don't know if I'll get through all of this, but I'm gonna eat as much as I possibly can. So the sun is just dipped behind the mountains and it's gonna get dark here really quick. I just finished a bowl of soup. I'm eating some carrots now. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get to much more than that. Today was a really good day. Lots of climbing. I am freaking tired. The best part about today was running into Terry, or having Terry chase me down. That was pretty cool. Terry is one of my Bicycle Touring Pro readers. He watches my videos on YouTube, and he just saw my Facebook posting earlier today that I was kind of headed this direction, and he hopped in his car and was looking for me, and there I was, which is a little scary, to be honest. This is not the first time this has happened to me, though. As Bicycle Touring Pro continues to grow, more and more people are recognizing me, which is a good thing. But when a car pulls up behind you and stops, and there's some strange person inside, it can be a little frightening. So
I don't know if you try to hunt me down, please be aware that I'm going to be on guard for the first couple seconds at least until I figure out who you are. But yeah, that was definitely the highlight. We talked for like an hour and a half, a long time. And I would have been up at this campsite a lot earlier had I not talked to Terry, but it was worth it. I had just enough time here at the campsite to set up my tent, get a little food. It's getting dark now, and I'm gonna climb inside my tent any moment and spend the rest of the evening listening to podcasts and just relaxing. So, very good end to day 2 here in Colorado. I was just watching back the video that I just recorded about the end of today, and I realized that I have a big scratch right here on the side of my face, and I didn't know that was there. This morning as I was packing up my tent, I hit my face up against this tree branch, and I didn't think much of it. I didn't think I like actually scratched myself, but apparently I did. So if that's been on my face all day long, now you know why.